My name's Laura Eve Engel, and I'm a poet. And today we're going to be looking at some push notifications and talking about the language in these push notifications relative to the things that they use to get people's attention and how those things might overlap in some way with techniques we use in poetry. So the first push notification that we're going to look at says, "Don't forget, Ashley, use Ibotta at Kroger to earn cash back." And the thing that I thought was interesting to draw out about this push notification is the use of the imperative. Don't forget, Ashley. The intensity of the imperative, the benefit of the imperative is that it takes your audience and it grabs you by the collar and it says, listen up. And if we're talking about writing as something that has the ability to really persuade people, and in a notification setting especially, you're trying to get someone's attention right away, the imperative is one of the most useful and interesting ways of persuading people. It sort of makes people feel like they don't have another choice. Don't forget, there's no other choice. You just have to do what the notification says. All right, so for this next one, we're going to be looking at try our nature sounds in the sleep music series this Earth Day and drift off to the serene sounds of our big blue planet. And the thing that I noticed about this push notification that is present, that's also very present in poetry and is used a lot to connect with readers, is alliteration. And alliteration, which you probably remember from high school English class, is that repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. So here you've got serene sounds and you've got big blue. And those are two little moments where our ear sort of catches those words and gets kind of just like a pleasant feeling. It's something that can make things easier to remember if they're a little bit sing-songy perhaps, or it can just kind of like stick in your mind as something that was pleasant to hear. So this notification is using that tool to good effect. Okay, so for this notification, it says, it's National Day of Unplugging. We're unplugging today and we hope you do too. Learn more. And this is a great one to look at because it uses sort of like the big umbrella of poetry tools that we have at our disposal, figurative language. Poetry is all about figurative language. And what figurative language is it takes something that you're looking at and it compares it to something else. In this particular case, the word unplugging, which we're really used to thinking of as just like a thing that we do when we put our phones down, we like go off of technology, we're unplugging. That's, if you think about that word, it's a metaphor. It's not something that you literally do. It treats you as if you're an electronic device. And that's where this idea of unplugging comes from, is if we were all electronic devices, we would unplug from the wall. So we're going to use that word to describe putting our phones away. Figurative language is great because it brings a more abstract concept into concrete focus. We feel more informed by what it means to unplug by visualizing unplugging ourselves from the wall. So this is a great use of figurative language.